I saw this movie. There's no interesting character in this movie. Evil Dead Burns. No, none. When you write a film, a screenplay, it's different from writing a novel, short story. It's different. It's a visual platform. So when you write a story for a movie, you need to have interesting characters. Jaws, for example, Jaws. So you have Jaws. You have, besides the fish, you have the captain, the police captain, the scientist, and the ship captain at the end. So very, very interesting characters. Sometimes I watch Jaws just to watch those characters. Same as E.T., same as Aliens, Predator. Tell me, the reason you watch Predator besides the Predator is to see Arnold and his team. So that's a basic storyline. Screenplay, how to write screenplay for movies. You must have interesting characters. If you don't have interesting characters, then there's no reason to watch again. This movie doesn't have any interesting characters. I tried to watch it. I tried to like it because I love the reboot in 2013, the Evil Dead reboot, directed by Fede Alvarez, which is good. That has interesting characters. The previous one before this, Evil Dead Rise, really has interesting characters. You need to have that, and that comes to the writing of the story and also the acting. Of course, the acting is dependent on directing. If the directors doesn't allow the actor to be interesting, then the movie will not be interesting. So this is important. Some people say, "Oh, it's not important." Fine. You believe that and you try to make a top budget movie. You bring in a lot of money or not. It won't. Tell me the best story that doesn't have great characters. Star Wars, of course they have great characters. Characters that you want. Characters that are interesting, that stands out. So you need to create that. Like I said earlier, it's a visual storytelling. So there must be a contrast between the darkness, and there must be something that can stand out to be like your focus. That's where the interesting part comes. And this movie doesn't have it. Evil Dead Burn, even the end villain is completely CGI, and I'm sure there's a lot of movies that have CGI, but this is 100% CGI. When you watch it, oh my god. And the heroine, like I said, the heroine is dry. She doesn't look like you want to watch her face again. She looks annoyed. She is annoying. She is rude. She is blah blah blah. And then they keep saying like, oh, she's a victim of the knee, blah blah blah. Then why would you come to a traumatic situation? Why would you come? And then there's a brother-in-law, like her husband died. This heroine husband died, and then her husband accused her of having an affair with the brother-in-law, and it doesn't help that the brother-in-law is really like, you look at how they portrayed him and her, the main lead, like they are like in love. They can open with each other. He has a clean face and he's like concerned about her, and to the point that the brother-in-law has a girlfriend, but he let the girlfriend die because the girlfriend was going to be strangled to death by the father, and was asking him to shoot the father, which was possessed, he didn't shoot him. You know, it's like if you don't want to shoot his head, just shoot his hand, because his hand was choking her, trying to break her neck. And he doesn't do that. He even when they got out of the car that were traveling in, that was happening, all those chaos was happening, he just ran away. Look, that guy just killed that guy, your father, became a monster and killed your girlfriend. It's during the day, you know, it's not hunting like at night, during the day. And he has a gun. He ran away. Maybe he dropped the gun, I don't know, but you won't run away. You confronted the old man. And the worst part, when they reach home, when he apparently he ran home, but when he ran home, the girl followed him very close by. The girl just knocked on the door. So like there is like a big huge of like what the hell happening. So I got the vibe that the relationship is something deeper, and the brother is supposed to know about all these demons and whatnot, all this the book of the demon, book of the dead. But he reacted like he's surprised by all of this. He's surprised. The features that he showed on his face throughout the movie, knowing that he kept the secret book of the dead and whatnot, like he studied it, and even after all that, his face throughout the movie is shocked, shocked, like he doesn't know what to do. So it was disappointing, because I love the previous one, Evil Dead Rise, which has very interesting characters. Interesting. You want the it girl, the final girl, which they call the heroine for these horror movies. All of them are called horror final girl. The final girl in that movie was more interesting. You want her to succeed. In this movie, I don't care about the final girl. I mean, she's very quiet, very muka was so masam. There's nothing in her face that you want you to support her, you know. And then because there was one time there were chaos in the house, like monsters are going around, and she can crawl, relax, crawl, and then hide inside a cupboard. Like, what is that? You are having a haunted trauma situation. You should be running out of the house. Like I said, the unique, interesting characters. The characters in this movie is really disappointing. It's really bad. When I first heard the review that went on the internet, I didn't believe it until I saw the movie myself. I'm glad that I didn't watch it in the cinema, because it was so horrible. I got a copy of it. Somebody gave me a copy. He works in the film industry. He got a copy of it, so he gave it to me. Oh my god, there's nothing interesting in this film, man. Nothing interesting. So when you have nothing interesting, no interesting characters, then the movie become very, very flat. Very, very flat. I'm sorry. My score for this movie, and I'm being honest with you, my score for Evil Dead Burn, which I will never ever watch again, is 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. That's my review for this movie.